Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I've got another finished build that I want to share with you. This is something that I was working on for a while, and I had it all the custom building that I was doing for this, and all the base painting was all done, and then it was basically just sitting like that on my desk for months and months, and I finally got around to just pulling it out and finishing it up. Stuck a few decals on there and finished a little bit of detail work on that. Finished up the base as well, and here is what I've got for my Charagguy Gyanko, which I'm aptly calling the Lunar Heavy Assault Gyanko here. Lunar just coming from the fact that this is the paint scheme and the paint inspiration for this was obviously very heavily inspired by Machine & Krieger, so kind of like Lunar style for that, and then Heavy Assault obviously by the fact that it's carrying a Sturmfaust and a big missile pod. You might recognize the missile pod there from the RE100 Ifrit Custom, so that's what that is. And then the big fuel tank on the back, obviously very much inspired, of course, by the Psycho Zaku. So that is where the inspiration for that is. The Sturmfaust, that is actually a couple different things put together. It's basically rods of plot plate there, and then for the actual head of that grenade part, that's actually just two thruster bells stuck together. So the wide ends of the thruster bell are just glued together there to create that shape. So pretty simple little trick to making a little Sturmfaust if you want to make your own. And then if you guys watched my progress of building my GBWC entry last year, you might recognize that piece of space debris that she's flying over, as that was my test piece for creating space debris. I was trying out a few, I made a few test pieces for building some debris for including in my diorama, and that was one of the pieces that I did, but I really liked how it looked actually, so I wanted to actually use it in something, and so I cleaned that up a little bit, painted it up, and incorporated it into this little piece here for the Gyanko, and I really like how that came out. And then for making that stand, I just got the brass rods on there. I actually just the other day saw that Ko Yokoyama of the creator of Machine & Krieger posted a couple work in progress photos he did there on the new Ma.K kit, and what he showed was for the brass rods you can basically just burn them to create oxidization on them to turn them into black, and I think that would look better for this. The problem is that they're now glued in place, so I think I'm pretty much just stuck with brass for this one, but next time I'll do that and I'll make those black instead. I think that will look cool, but I think they don't look bad in just this brass color here either. I'm not really so sad about it or anything. But just getting back to the painting, the space debris part there at the bottom, that was just done with airbrush. I just airbrushed that. But the Gyanko, that was all just hand painted. So I just did kind of slightly Ma.K style hand painting on that. On the main body there with the camo pattern on it, you can see the kind of the typical Ma.K style a little bit more apparently. But the rest of it is just relatively normal, just kind of painting style it looks like, but it was all hand painted. And then I really just only stuck a couple of decals on there. Those are just 120 scale Machine & Krieger decals, as well as on the top of the fuel tank, that is a kind of mix of 3 different decals. The black square is actually from Mechatrowigo decal sets, and then the G and the cat logo there, those are Machine & Krieger decals for that. So that is pretty much it. There's really not a whole lot to really say about this. It's just a little simple thing that I did. Obviously, I did a little bit of just kind of kit bashing, just using some spare parts basically to make this. And as for the fuel tank there on our back, that's actually made from just a putty container, a little putty canister. And again, if you watched my work in progress series from the GBWC, I used those in that diorama as well, and I learned unfortunately that paint does not really want to stick to those. They're made in a way, or whatever kind of plastic they're made of is made so that nothing will stick to them, obviously, so that the putty inside them won't stick to them, but it also makes it so paint on the outside doesn't really want to stick very well either. So at the moment I'm not really experiencing any problems with that. It's sticking on there fine for now, but I definitely would not want to intentionally scratch that and put it to the test because I'm really worried about the paint scratching off of that. The other parts are just taken from spare parts. That chest part there is just like a spare part from the Ma.K. I think that was like an extra chest part from the Delta Kai or something like that. I don't know, or the Hakushiki, something like that. Extra chest armor piece. And then those red tubing parts, those are leftover parts from the HG Kshatriya, I believe. And then the hands, obviously the Charagguy kit doesn't come with any hands. Those are just hands taken from some other build. Again, I don't know what, I can't remember what, but those were just leftover hands from some other HG kit that I just had to shave down the ball joints on those a little bit just so that they would fit into the holes at the end of the Charagguy's arms. Also, obviously I got rid of the whole bear aspect of this, so it had like the bear face and ears on the top of the head, and the pigtails of her actually stick like right onto the side of the head. So I puttied over that and changed the position of where those plug into, kind of a little bit higher on the head. And again, just got rid of the bear ears, had to putty over that, sand that down, got rid of the bear face, which is like just above her hair. So just getting rid of that, puttying that in just to fix the shape of the head to just not have any more of the bear aspects to it anymore. But pretty fun little build. Yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section there. It's nothing that like really too wild or crazy. And as for the eyes, some people might want to know about how I painted those, because they look just like the stickers, but those aren't the stickers on there. I just painted the eyes to look exactly like the stickers, just used Tamiya enamels for that, so relatively simple enough. And I think that just about does it. Guys, if you do have any other further questions, of course, feel free to leave those in the comments down below, and let me know what you think of the build as well. It was really fun, just simple little thing. I'm glad that it's finally done. And like I said, it had just been sitting on my desk, almost done for the longest time, so I'm glad I finally got that done and off my desk. And yeah, if you guys are interested in buying the piece, this one will also be for sale. Just give me a message on my Facebook page would be best, or just get in touch with me some way. If you're interested in buying this one, let me know and we'll work it out. So thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.